trading strategy is the only thing that you need to know. Everybody will become a profitable trader. No risk-free trading in trading, but there is stress-free trading. Our trading mentality, we always aim for higher risk, but that is not the right approach. The professional traders will always aim for lower drawdowns. So that has become sensation among the world. Like, okay, so anybody can become a profitable trader if they have a positive edge.
How much capital you started your trading journey?
I started with 5,000 rupees of my scholarship money. Now I'm currently trading with a capital of around.
नमस्ते दोस्तों, मैं विजय ठक्कर और आप सबका स्वागत करता हूं हमारे एक नए मास्टर्स इन वन के पॉडकास्ट में। अभी आज के जो पॉडकास्ट में हमारे गेस्ट है वो है किरू जी। किरू जी चेन्नई से है और ये एक ऑप्शन सेलर है। बट आज के पॉडकास्ट में किरू जी ने हमें बताया है कि कैसे वो हर साल 30% रिटर्न जनरेट करते हैं। और बेसिकली उन्होंने इसको है ना दो पार्ट में डिवाइड कर दिया है। एक वो बोलते हैं पैसिव इनकम हो जाता है और दूसरा वो जो बोलते हैं वो है एक्टिव इनकम। तो जो एक्टिव इनकम के जो रिटर्न्स है ना वो जनरली वो ऑप्शन सेलिंग करके जनरेट करते हैं और पैसिव इनकम के जो रिटर्न है वो अपने इन्वेस्टमेंट को इन्वेस्ट करके, मतलब अपने कैपिटल को इन्वेस्ट करके जनरेट करते हैं। अब ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट है ना ये कोई पुराना कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है। बहुत सारे ऑप्शन सेलर जो है ना वो क्या करते हैं, गवर्नमेंट बॉन्ड खरीद लेते हैं, निफ्टी 20 खरीद लेते हैं, बैंक 20 खरीद लेते हैं और उसको प्लेज करके अपना जो भी वो एक तरीके से इन्वेस्टमेंट हो गया और उससे जो भी रिटर्न जनरेट होता है वो हो गया और एडिशनल रिटर्न वो ऑप्शन सेलिंग करके जनरेट करते हैं। बट मुझे ये वाले जो पॉडकास्ट है उसमें जो इनका जो एक माइंडसेट है ना वो बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा। वो ये बोलते हैं कि ज़्यादातर लोग है ना ज़्यादा रिटर्न जनरेट करने के लिए चेस करते हैं, बट ये यहाँ पे बोलते हैं किरू जी कि मेरा सबसे ज़्यादा फोकस होता है कि अपने ड्रॉडाउन को मैं कैसे कम करूँ और अपने रिटर्न को मैं थोड़ा कैसे बढ़ा दूँ। अब ये लॉजिकल बात है ना, अगर आपके ड्रॉडाउन कम हो गए तो हमारा कॉन्फिडेंस भी बढ़ जाता है। तो आज के वीडियो में किरू जी ने हमारे साथ दो स्ट्रैटेजी शेयर की है जिसमें वो पैसिव इनकम कैसे जनरेट करते हैं और एक्टिव इनकम कैसे जनरेट करते हैं, दोनों के बारे में उन्होंने बताया है। और उन्होंने ओवरऑल ये बताया कि कैसे ये दोनों स्ट्रैटेजी रन करके वो एवरी ईयर 30% रिटर्न जनरेट करने का टारगेट रखते हैं और ये पिछले कुछ सालों से अच्छा कर भी रहे हैं। तो चलो विदाउट वेस्टिंग टाइम हम लोग जाते हैं और समझने की कोशिश करते हैं कि कैसे अपने कैपिटल को अच्छी तरीके से इन्वेस्टमेंट करके एक अच्छा रिटर्न जनरेट करना और कैसे बाद में ऑप्शन सेलिंग से जो बाकी का रिमेनिंग टारगेट है उसको कंप्लीट करते हैं किरू जी। तो चलो अभी विदाउट वेस्टिंग टाइम हम लोग हमारे आज के पॉडकास्ट में जाते हैं। और हाँ, आप लोगों के लिए एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि ये पॉडकास्ट है ना ज़्यादातर नहीं, मतलब 95% ये पॉडकास्ट इंग्लिश में ही रहने वाला है, बिकॉज किरू जी जो है वो चेन्नई से है और उनको हिंदी उतनी अच्छी आती नहीं है। तो मैंने ये सोचा कि यार वो इंग्लिश में बोले या कोई भी लैंग्वेज में बोले मैटर नहीं करता है। मैटर ये करता है कि एक अच्छा ट्रेडर या इन्वेस्टर अपनी जो स्ट्रैटेजी है वो हमारे साथ शेयर करे। तो मैं आप लोगों को ये रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा कि अगर आपको इंग्लिश नहीं भी आती है, बट मैं ये आप लोगों को श्योरिटी से बोल सकता हूँ कि इसमें इंग्लिश आने और नहीं आने का कोई ऑप्शन ही नहीं है। उन्होंने जो स्ट्रैटेजी बताई है वो अगर आप ट्रेडर या इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हो तो ऐसे ही ऑटोमेटिकली आप समझ जाओगे। तो चलिए विदाउट वेस्टिंग टाइम हम जाते हैं हमारे पॉडकास्ट में आज के और सीखते हैं किरू जी से कि कैसे हर साल हम 30% रिटर्न जनरेट कर सकते हैं। वेलकम किरू जी, वेलकम टू द पॉडकास्ट।
Thank you so much, Vijay. Thank you so much for having me in your podcast. No, we know virtually for a long time, but this is the first time we are meeting in person. And I have always heard good about you. And because in our industry, we know, right? I told you when we were coming in cab, there are very few genuine people who share knowledge with respect to our industry. And you are one among them who has been continuously sharing whatever things that you have learned. And also you are really genuine in what you are doing. So you should keep doing what you're doing.
No, thank you किरू भाई। एंड मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे ये सुन के और मैं आप लोगों को भी ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि मैं किरू जी से पहली बार मिला हूँ। I saw your tweet one day when you bought your house and you take your parents to that house.
Yes.
So that time I don't know why I feel proud then and that time I commented also for you.
Right.
Because I can understand that feeling.
Correct.
That what it gives to your parents. Okay.
Right.
So मैंने फिर वो टाइम से आपको फॉलो करना शुरू किया था on the Twitter and then I understood that you are not normal trader. You are very systematic trader and you work with rules.
Right.
Okay. And then I saw your podcast with Saket.
Okay.
Okay. So that time I decided that I will do podcast with Kirubhai because see, our podcast name is Masters in One.
Okay.
Okay. So what I feel that in stock market, there are 100 types of ways to make money.
Okay.
But you have to master in one and you have to deep dive in that method and then you can make money in that method. It's totally okay. You do option selling, you do intraday, you do scalping or you do swing trading or you do investment, anything. But you have to master in one.
Correct.
So that is why we started this podcast because
Okay.
my method is only one method which I follow multi-year time frame breakout. But there are many other trader and investor, they have their own method. So I try to, bring them here and I try to show their method and their mindset to other people also who are
Right.
trading in stock market. So this was the logic of starting this Masters in One podcast. So that is the one thing. Now, ये मैं आप सब लोगों के लिए बोल रहा हूँ कि ये पॉडकास्ट मेरे तरफ से हिंदी इंग्लिश में मिक्स रहेगा बट किरू भाई के तरफ से ये पूरा इंग्लिश में रहने वाला है नॉट बिकॉज किरू भाई को इंग्लिश आता है तो बोलना है इनको हिंदी नहीं आता है राइट
Exactly. I do
Right.
not know Hindi. So, but I'll try to keep it very simple
Right.
so that anyone who listens to this podcast, they can replicate what we are trying to showcase.
करेक्ट एंड वैसे भी किरू भाई जो भी बताने वाले हैं इट्स बेस्ड ऑन रूल एंड लॉजिक और अगर आप स्टॉक मार्केट में काम करते हो या इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हो तो आप इसको अच्छी तरीके से समझ लोगे सो आई विल टेल यू एवरीवन कि आप इसको लैंग्वेज से नहीं दिल से समझो ओके सो यस किरू भाई फर्स्ट आई वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड योर जर्नी
Okay.
राइट बिकॉज बिफोर दैट ट्वीट मैं आपके बारे में नहीं जानता था करेक्ट और अभी जो हमने थोड़ी देर पहले ऑफ द कैमरा बात की उतना मुझे पता है बट आई वांट कि आप अपनी जर्नी के बारे में खुद बताओ
Okay.
जिससे मैं और हमारी ऑडियंस सब आपके बारे में समझ सके
Sure, sure. See it is good that you have brought that topic of whatever the tweet that you have seen me,
Yes.
where me buying the house, because I started trading in the year 2008,
Okay.
and I always wanted to buy a own flat of me completely through the income from trading. So it took me a long years of journey where just like every single trader will go through ups and downs.
ओके
I bought that flat just last year. So it took me almost 16 years to get to that phase. So that was the first time when, in 1 year, I was almost making 1.5 crores of income completely from trading. So I thought, okay, do I need to, pull out some portion of that capital and buy something, or should I keep compounding it? When you keep compounding it, it is just a number in your account. The moment you take your profits out and do something that gives you the emotional value, which no one can replicate.
करेक्ट
So as you rightly said, the moment when my parents saw the house which I bought, that is like you cannot equate it to any kind of income that you make, right? That is a pure emotional moment. So I am very glad that I've taken the decision of buying the home from my trading income. So the overall journey, even though I started in the year 2008, I became a systematic trader only from the year 2014 after I read a book called How I Made $2 Million by Nicholas Darvas.
Oh, so since 2014 you are doing automated system.
Correct. So 2014 is when I started getting into algo trading. So back then there was no broker providing API. None of them were giving these kind of automated tools. It was totally new and very, very minimal people were doing algo trading back then. So there is one company called Symphony Fintech.
Okay.
So they were the one who were providing algo trading solutions back then. And when you have to do algo trading during those period, the kind of money that you have to spend just to set up an automated system itself was so high. Like I ended up spending 1.5 lakhs just to set it up. Like that time, because you need to buy AMI broker. They charge you around 30,000 per year, and again every month you need to buy data. Now you are getting data free from broker.
Correct.
Earlier they will be charging 2,500 for that. And then I do not know coding. So I have to rely on a freelancer where I have to give them the rules. He will write an AMI broker code. So back then AMI broker was very famous. So AMI broker has its own programming language called AMI broker formula language, AFL.
Okay.
So he'll be writing the AFL codes. And then by the time we automated it, I ended up spending almost 2 lakhs. And I remember saving that AFL name as life-changing indicator dot no Kirubakaran, whatever my name. Because I have added all the indicators into it, I thought that is the holy grail. But no, eventually it did not work. But that was a learning phase. So that is how it started. And then eventually, I started learning more about systematic trading, being more about process oriented. What you rightly said, like masters in one, which means that you take one specific path and become master in it and keep following diligently. Eventually, that is going to work for you.
Correct.
So over the years, you would have gone through multiple guests. Everyone would have discussed you multiple setups. But just because someone said interesting, you did not stop what you were doing and jumped into the other one.
Correct.
What you were doing, you were continuing to do till date. Even now, when I came, you were showing your setup, right? Because that is your hardcore logic setup, which you believe in it. So that is what exactly every single trader has to follow. You pick the one which is suitable for you and stick to it a longer period of time. So that is exactly what I also did.
So, like since 2008 you are in market, and since 2014 you started, trying automated trading, systematic way, process way. So, at the time of start, what the difficult things you are getting it? Like, you told this thing only that you started depending on the coder. Okay. Then and till when you started your proper systematic trading?
Yes.
What year?
So it happened almost again some additional 4 years, because in 2014 you're getting into algo trading.
Right.
You're new. Over the period you will make a lot of mistakes with respect to systematic trading. So again it took me additional 4 years in order to correct all my mistakes, and then only I totally jumped into a proper systematic way. Because I'll tell you one example. That was the last slide I kept, but I think that is the first thing I should talk to you about.
Okay.
Because it is all about when I started trading, or when anyone starts trading. If trading strategy is the only thing that you need to know, everybody will become a profitable trader. Correct.
Right.
You have so many YouTube videos.
Right.
You have so many books. But still, why out of 100 people, 90 people are still losing money? Why 10 people are still making money? In order to figure that out, it took me so many years. Fortunately, I read one article which is not related to trading. It is related to neuroscience. The moment I read that article, everything came into picture. I'll tell you what it is.
Yes.
You are wearing the watch, right?
Right.
You remove the watch.
Okay.
And you remove it from your left to wear it in your right. Okay. If someone else is watching this video who's wearing it in right,
yes.
just change it and watch it on the other side.
Right.
Okay. Until that point, I always thought what in order to make money in markets is all about strategy. But the moment I completely finish that article, it is beyond strategy, something else is there. What you call it, that is neuroplasticity. So what neuroplasticity is? Until now, when I asked you which side watch you're wearing, you were wearing in left side. Now you started wearing it in right side. And it is just 20 seconds. Now you started feeling uncomfortable, like you are not really comfortable with the right side.
Right.
You will not even know the weight of the watch.
Right.
You don't even remember that you are wearing
now
the
I
watch.
can feel this.
Now you could feel this.
Yeah.
Because for many years, you are so used to one habit.
Right.
When you are so used to one habit, brain forms a neuroplasticity. There is a certain habitual formation.
So this was my body part, like.
Exactly. So when someone is doing repeatedly the same thing for a long period of time, there will be a neuroplasticity that will be formed in your brain. When you try to break that, it will give you an uncomfortable signal, just like how it is giving you now.
Right.
That is why it is very hard to break a good habit, very hard to break a bad habit, because the neuroplasticity is formed. In trading, when you see any person who is coming into trading, he will learn one strategy. Now, he'll apply it for some day. After 3 or 4 back-to-back losses, he will think this has stopped working. He'll move to some other strategy.
Correct.
So, he's not giving enough room for the strategy to work. So, when he jumps from one strategy to the other strategy, the neuroplasticity is not formed in your brain. So that is why in trading, many people keep jumping from one strategy to the other strategy, because they tend to think that strategy is the core logic. No, that is a secret that everyone has it. But the moment, anyways, we are going to explain one strategy in this particular video, right? End of this video, whether this strategy or whatever the strategy people follow, if they pick one strategy, like they have to decide, this is the strategy I'm picking for next 100 days, I'm going to follow the rules of the strategy. It does not matter whether it is giving you profit or loss on a trade to trade basis. Just if it gives buy, I buy. If it gives sell, I have to sell. I have to just focus on the process. So 100 days when you do it, automatically the brain will form the neuroplasticity. 101st day, you take the trade as per the rule. But now you try to break your own rule. Try to cut the stop loss, try to put a target, modify your stop loss, and take a break, go for a T. Before even you complete your T, your brain will start giving you the same uncomfortable signal. It will tell you have formed a neuroplasticity. Now you have broken your habit. Go back and get back to your old habit. So what it will say is, you will be completely uncomfortable because you have changed the rules, modified the stop loss, modified the target. So now your mind is totally shifted from outcome to process. You are not bothered about whether it is going to give you profit or not. But you are more bothered because the brain has started giving you uncomfortable signal since you have broken the habit. So now you will go and follow the rules. You will change the stop loss back to its original point. That is what is segregating the profitable trader from the losing traders. Once you give enough time for the strategy to form the neuroplasticity, no matter what, you can't break it. Like you have seen, right, so many examples. The moment the stocks give you 2x or 3x, even though you're tempted to close it, the moment you've been doing it for a longer period of time, you will not bother about that one trade outcome. Over the period, this is going to work in your favor. So you will start following it.
Correct.
So that is what is the most important part, like in the most important lesson that every single trader has to take it up.
So the lesson is that you have to follow the process, and at least you have to follow the process for a longer period of time.
Right.
So then you will understand that how these things works or not.
Right.
So this thing also I have understood, Kiru, because I am trading since 2000, you can say 2013, 2014, right? I started my career in 2009, but I started trading in 2013, 2014. So previously also I used to do this thing only. Sometime I do intraday, sometime I do BTST, STBT, sometime I do swing trading, sometime I become investor.
Right.
So actually, you know what? I was doing many things. I was very busy with all this thing.
Correct.
But I was not making any profit.
Correct.
Because I don't know actually what I want to do.
Correct.
And I don't know what I have to follow. So then after a certain year, I understood about multi-year breakout. Then I started practicing about that thing. And then I realized that this one simple thing is giving beautiful return. Then why should I follow other things?
Exactly.
And then after that day, I started practicing only this method only. But I was not knowing that what I am doing actually, that neuroplasty wala thing.
Correct.
So Kirubhai, I know you because I know that thing that you do mostly option trading, option selling. And I don't know that you do investment also or not. But I know this thing कि आप जो भी चीज करते हो बहुत ही सिस्टमेटिक वे में करते हो.
Right.
एंड यू आर वेरी प्रोसेस ड्रिवन. एंड अगर मैं आपके ट्वीट पे पोस्ट भी देखता हूँ ना, सो दैट इज ऑल्सो लाइक कि आई हैव टेस्टेड दिस स्ट्रैटेजी, दिस इज गिविंग दिस मच रिजल्ट. रिसेंटली यू पोस्टेड वन ट्वीट अबाउट म्यूचुअल फंड समथिंग, यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द स्कीम्स, राइट? सो आप आज हमें एक ऐसा आपका मेथड बताओ विच यू आर फॉलोइंग ऑल्सो, एंड जो नॉर्मल लोग भी अच्छी तरीके से फॉलो करते हैं, उसका रूल क्या है, लॉजिक क्या है, एंड व्हाई यू आर फॉलोइंग दिस स्ट्रैटेजी, एंड if you have the backtest result, then also you can show that to us.
Done. See, I'll start with explaining the core of any strategy that you follow. There should be certain core principles behind it. So when you trade with equity, as long as you were saying, right, as long as the market is in bull run, we will make.
Correct.
But if the market is in bear run, we can't make returns because all the stocks will obviously go down. So what I have combined in this strategy is two methods. One is a turtle trading method, and the other one is dual momentum. I have clubbed it together to create this strategy. Turtle method is created by Richard Dennis in 1974.
Okay.
So during that period, Richard Dennis was the first person who popularized systematic trading among the crowd.
Okay.
So there was this beautiful incident. What happened was, Richard Dennis was so confident that anyone can become a successful trader if they follow a simple rule-based approach. So he tried this experiment by hiring some 14 different traders who do not have any background experience in Wall Street, any experience in trading. He taught them the basics of trading and gave them a rules to all the 14 people. So when all the 14 people were given the same rules, they just have to follow it strictly, right? So that is what they did. And by following a systematic rules, all these 14 traders eventually made close to $175 million back in 1974 itself. So that has become sensation among the world. Like, okay, so anybody can become a profitable trader if they have a positive edge. So that was there in my mind. And next, there was a book I read by Gary Antosini. The book name is The Dual Momentum, where he combined gold and equity together.
Okay.
So when you trade it together based on the market movements, like when the market is in bullish phase, it will invest in Nifty. If the market is in bearish phase, it will invest in gold. That was his concept. So I combined this turtle method along with this dual momentum method to create a strategy where you can implement this in Nifty Bs or gold Bs. Two things: either you can implement this as a standalone strategy, or many option sellers, what they do is they buy a liquid case, debt funds, or Nifty Bs or gold Bs, pledge that and trade. When you directly buy Nifty Bs, it can give you 12% on an average, but the drawdown is very high, right?
Right.
It can go down 59, 60%, like in 2008, 60% it went.
Even in COVID also.
It went 33%. So when your asset which you have pledged, if it goes down, then your position sizing will also get affected.
Correct.
So I want to have same kind of Nifty returns, but I do not want that kind of high drawdown. So they can also apply this strategy. So the underlying is two things. One is Nifty Bs and the other one is gold Bs. So what I'll do is first I'll just show you the chart. See, this is the Nifty Bs chart.
Correct.
Okay. And this is the gold Bs chart.
Correct.
What I have done is I've created a ratio like this where you divide Nifty Bs by gold Bs.
Okay.
That will plot a chart like this. You are seeing the chart, right?
Right.
4, 5, it oscillates
Right.
up and down. So if you see this 2008 period, this ratio is down.
Correct.
During 2007, the ratio is up. So whenever this ratio is in uptrend, I will buy Nifty Bs. Whenever this ratio is in downtrend, I will buy gold Bs.
Okay. Because you are dividing by Nifty Bs, that's
By
why.
gold Bs. So
Right.
whenever the ratio is higher, I'm going to buy Nifty. Whenever the ratio is in downtrend, I'm going to buy gold. Like in 2025, if you see, from 2024 till 2026, I would have bought gold, not Nifty.
Okay.
So I would be sitting in a very good profit.
So by doing this, you will actually trying to buy that market which will move.
Exactly. So whichever isn't trending, I'm not predicting whether it is going to be
Right.
bullish or bearish. I'm just going to find whichever the instrument is trending.
So-
but how do I find it's trending? That is the next
Right.
question.
I was coming to
Yeah.
that question only.
Because it is simple chart. Anybody will know what you say uptrend, I can say downtrend.
Because
I don't-
if I follow normal Dow theory, then also.
Correct. So my rules is simple. So what I have done is you create this ratio and then you apply the turtle trading system into the ratio. The turtle trading system says check what is the last 20 days highest high price, like highest price,
Okay.
and check what is the last 20 days lowest price.
Okay.
If the last 20 days highest price is crossed, we go long. If the last 20 days lowest price is crossed on the downside, we go short. This
Okay.
is the turtle trading system rule.
Okay.
Instead of applying that rule on either Nifty Bs or gold Bs, we are directly applying it on the strategy itself.
Correct.
In the ratio
chart, in
itself.
the ratio chart.
So this is the ratio. So in this ratio, when I apply the rules,
Okay.
so automatically it is going to give me the signal. Like the green one is the
Is
highest
the
price.
highest moving average.
Correct. And the red one is the lowest price.
This
It
is
tracks it.
basically a 20-day simple moving
Simple
average.
20
on
days, not moving average, Donchian channel.
the Donchian channel.
Exactly.
Okay.
So when I apply this Donchian channel here, I can clearly see when it is breaking out, when it is breaking down.
So what is the setting which we have to do in the Donchian
So
channel?
it is simple, 20 days, 20 days.
20
that's
days,
all.
20 days.
Nothing else. So when the 20 days, we are since the ratio is on close to close basis,
like on a
we
daily.
use only the last 20 days, the close price. It's not the high or low. It is just the close price.
Okay.
So now it is very clear. Whenever the signal gives me a buy, I will go and buy the gold Bs. Nifty Bs.
Nifty Bs.
And whenever the signal gives me a sell, I will exit the Nifty Bs and buy gold Bs.
Okay.
So simple. I have to keep oscillating between Nifty and gold.
And this you will follow on a with time frame on the daily
time frame.
Right.
Daily
the
time
ratio chart is on a daily
time frame. So you just divide the ratio, like Masai said, Nifty Bs by gold Bs. Track what is the last 20 days highest high price or 20 days lowest low price.
Okay.
Whenever the signal comes, buy Nifty Bs. Whenever sell signal comes, exit the Nifty Bs, buy gold Bs.
Okay.
That is the core logic behind it. So once I do this, automatically this is helping me in two things. One is Nifty and gold is having a negative correlation.
Right.
Because both the asset classes are different. So earlier, if I'm trading this only in stocks, obviously if the market is going down, I'll be sitting in a negative returns or no return zone for a longer period of time. But having this uncorrelated thing, when one is giving me a bullish signal, the other will give me a negative signal. So obviously during the down period, the gold is going to help me.
Okay.
And second most important part currently is the charges. See, with respect to this kind of setup, the number of trades is very, very minimal. Like, we've been trading for a longer period of time. Like, if we have seen in December 2025, it is asking me to buy a gold, sell signal.
Okay.
And now it is asking me to buy Nifty Bs.
Nifty Bs.
So almost for 7 or 8 months, only one trade. So charges is very minimal.
Right.
And also, when you calculate the STT for stocks versus ETF, your charges on STT is significantly lower. I have given this example. You consider this.
Okay.
We have buying some stocks. I don't even remember what is
this
the stocks cross.
Actually, lesser than half.
Much lesser. If you see the charges, it is 60 rupees. Here it is just 20 rupees. So 1/3 of the charges. Because with STT, for gold Bs, there is no STT.
That is also advantage.
Yeah, and for Nifty Bs, the STT is 0.001%. Whereas with the stocks, it is 0.1%. So huge difference where significantly when you're trading with a higher capital, your STT goes down drastically because you're trading with the Nifty Bs and gold Bs.
Okay.
So charges itself has gone down drastically. Now coming to the drawdown part. So Nifty Bs, in 2008, if I'm doing buy and hold Nifty Bs, during the global financial crisis, it has gone down 60%.
Correct.
But this rotational strategy has given me only 24.95, almost 25% only drawdown.
Right, that is also possible.
Yeah, and all as per our trading mentality, we always aim for higher risk, but that is not the right approach. The professional traders will always aim for lower drawdowns because there is a statistical study done by University of France where consider you have made 1 lakh today. Okay, tomorrow you have lost 1 lakh. You are in a no profit, no loss. Correct? You are in zero. Like you never lost your capital. Today you made 1 lakh, tomorrow you lost 1 lakh.
Correct.
But when they studied the brain pattern of the same trader, when he is making profit versus when he is losing money, the pleasure of making money versus the pain of losing money, the pain of losing money is 2 times higher than the pleasure of making money. So even though I made 1 lakh today and lost 1 lakh tomorrow, I would be extremely sad, even though I did not lose from my capital, because that is the emotional drain that you will have. So once they studied it among a lot of traders, they understood that the guy who is performing really well on the markets for a longer time are the best risk management people. So they will control the risk to a greater extent. They will always prioritize reducing the risk so that the pain of losing money will be very, very less. So that over the period, you will not feel very stressful or very, very emotional about the market.
And that gives you confidence also.
Exactly.
Because there is one loss which I always talk in my video, that is emotional loss.
Right.
So if you will lose continuously that emotion part, so your confidence will come down.
Exactly.
And if you are getting a very good opportunity also, now then also you will think that no, I don't want to trade. Maybe this will also hit my stop loss.
Exactly. Because now they always say, right, there is no risk-free trading in trading, but there is stress-free trading. You have to pick how do you define your rules accordingly so that it doesn't give you any stress.
No, that is actually a very good thing. Almost half drawdown we are avoiding.
Exactly, like the pain point is gone down, and if you see in the major crisis like 2008 and 2009, this rotational strategy has significantly outperformed both Nifty Bs and Gold Bs.
So this is also outperformance. Now you are not going down
On the drawdown part, but on the returns part also you are really doing well. Even on the COVID time also, the rotational system has given you good returns.
Oh.
So even during this period, the gold rally period, Nifty did not give you good returns. But combining both with this rotational part, you would be betting on the trend.
Yeah. So recently I was talking to one investor. I think 1 week back only. He is from also Chennai. So I was like that, sir, I have not made that much money last financial year. I am feeling not feeling good this last financial year for. So he was like that, Vijay, why you have not invested in gold and silver? So then also I understood, I was having that option also.
Correct.
I did not invest. That is my mistake.
Correct.
Because people are made money there also.
Right.
So ultimate aim is to make money.
Correct.
It's not like that you buy gold or silver or you make money via stock.
Right.
So that time I understood that this one simple thing I did not understand.
Because as you rightly said, see, people are buying gold. Why people are buying gold? Is it because they understood the economic concept behind it? No. Because it is trending, it is moving up.
Right.
They could literally see Nifty is going down, but gold is moving up. Let me reshuffle the investment here. And also people who are having a larger capital, pension funds and all these funds, whenever there is an uncertainty in the market, specifically when Trump, like people, when there is negative news that comes out, obviously people wanted to move a safer asset class. So gold acts like that safer asset class.
And there is one interesting thing is this in this data. Normally, we have not seen the crash like 2008 and 2009 till now in the Indian market.
Right.
If you see the chart on a monthly time frame of the Nifty, so you will understand the most painful year was 2008 in 2011. There was no return in that 4 or 5 years.
Correct.
After that, we have not seen that type of bear market in our history only.
Correct.
So always we had came down by 30, 40, 15%, and in 2 years again we break the high and we did a rally. So this is that important thing is that in that bad year also you are going down only 16%.
Correct. And also like in 2008 and 9, if you consider both the years together, it has almost made 75% return.
Yes.
So even if you take the overall CAGR, if I started 1 lakh at the year of 2008, I would be currently sitting with the portfolio value of 20 lakhs. And with the CAGR of 18%.
Where we can make 12% or 11% in Nifty.
Correct. And with 11% or 12% in Nifty comes with 60% drawdown. Here you are making 18% CAGR with just 25% drawdown.
Right.
And you have a very good profit factor. And you are easily able to beat both Nifty Bs as well as Gold Bs buy and sell.
And this is very good return. I think 18% you are making via this strategy only.
Right.
And then you can do option selling also.
Exactly. That is the best part, because as an option seller, see, my returns expectation is this, there is this rule of 72.
Okay.
So rule of 72 states that 72 divided by the expected rate of returns will tell you how many years it is going to take for you to double your capital.
Okay, right.
If I am making only 10%, then as per rule of 72, it is going to take me 7.2 years just to double my capital.
Correct.
My returns expectation is to make 30%.
And already almost
18%.
20%.
Yeah, 18% comes from
by 4 years you will make your double.
Exactly.
Already you
so
are making
every 2.4 years, I can double my capital if I make just 30%.
Okay.
18% comes passively through the strategy. Rest 12% I have to make from option selling. You have 8 expiries per month.
Only 12% you have to
make. So
I
monthly
heard that
only
people
1%.
are making 7-8% monthly.
Because here my expectation is set. 30% I make, I double my capital 2.5 years.
Okay.
As I said earlier, I am not chasing the returns. I want lower volatility, lower drawdown. So passively, the pledged equities, the Gold Bs and Nifty Bs, if you buy and pledge it, 90% margin you are going to get. Only 10% haircut. And it is going to give you 18%.
Right.
And rest 12% if I make per year, and my returns expectation is met, right?
Okay.
So it comes with when you manage it with Nifty Bs or Gold Bs, if you compare, the overall CAGR is very minimal if you start at the peak of 2008. And gold bees also, the drawdown is significantly higher. But instead of putting it 50% by making it like this rotational strategy, that is hitting your expected rate of returns with a lower volatility, and it suits your like most people. End of the day, everybody wants to make returns.
Right.
It doesn't matter if I sit every day from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock and end of the year I make 30%. Versus I still do the same, once 6 months or once 3 months of kind of a trade returns. And if I'm still making, hitting that returns part, then it doesn't matter, right?
Correct.
I'll compare that with this, I'll show you this chart. So this is the year-wise chart. So this is a rotational strategy, year-wise returns.
This is which platform?
This is, I backtested it using AI.
Okay.
So that has given me this report where all I have to do is I just have to download this data. Like I'll download this data here.
So you use AI also in your trading?
Yeah, I use,
So nowadays people are saying that AI will take your job. You are doing job with AI.
Because AI, it is for a guy like me who doesn't know coding. I always say there are good traders. There are good coders, but there are very few good traders who know also coding. But for a person like me who have the market knowledge but do not have any coding knowledge, if I have an idea, how do I test it? I do not know any coding. So that was a barrier 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Okay.
Now that barrier is totally removed.
So how you use AI in your trading?
So many things. Say for example, even with respect to this Nifty beast thing.
Okay.
So what I did is I just downloaded the data. Okay. Overall the daily data, I've downloaded it.
And from where we have to download
so
the
you
data?
Can download from the trading view. If you go here, I just download the chart data and download it. That's all. The data gets downloaded.
So this will give us what?
So this will give me the historical price data from, see here, if you say, like you can select the
from
period.
2018.
You can select 2008 also, whatever the period that you mentioned.
So this is the EOD closing price of the Nifty bees.
Nifty bees.
Right.
Similarly, you can download the same price for gold bees. So I download both the data.
Okay.
And also I'll download the ratio data. Like you have the ratio here, right?
Oh, yes.
So ratio, I'll download it here.
And this feature is in trading view. I did not know also. Yes.
So I downloaded 3 sets of data. Nifty bees, gold bees, the ratio. Okay.
Right.
Now I can go to Claude and I can specify, like, see, I've attached the files. You go through it and I'll show you what I have chatted with it. Let me go up.
So your Claude is your assistant.
Completely. I done multiple things based on that. Because when you just give a clear prompts, it would automatically calculate what is the rules that you have specified, and accordingly it is going to give you a structured returns.
Okay.
So this is what I said. So I have uploaded the data and I told, see, with respect to Nifty bees and gold bees.
So we uploaded only how many files?
So I have uploaded the files here. Like if you scroll up, you will see. Yeah, here gold bees and Nifty bees here.
Okay.
Attached to the gold bees and Nifty bees. I did not even give the ratio. I just asked it to create the ratio by yourself.
Oh.
So it will divide the values of Nifty bees by gold bees based on the whatever the Excel data we have given.
Okay.
And accordingly it would calculate. So that is how this has calculated the overall returns. Like we have seen, right, 20 lakhs the final portfolio, and overall what is the overall rotational strategy CAGR. What is the signal? When did it come? Overall equity benchmark, the drawdown.
Oh.
Everything it will create, and then it has given you this HTML file. So this is where that AI is developed. So it would automatically analyze like this. So it will check the files, and it would check necessary. It would write the Python code on its own.
Okay.
And then it would automatically backtest it for yourself. It will not even give you a code. It will run the code itself.
Okay.
And then it will generate the output file automatically.
Okay.
So that is what it did. It automatically, did all the calculations and everything. And accordingly, it would generate this HTML file, which shows that, out of 19 years, 15 years, it is profitable.
Okay.
Year on year, this is the overall strategy returns of the rotational strategy. So every single time you start with 1 lakh and you ended up with 20 lakhs, just by compounding your returns every year.
Right.
If you track the last 4 years, like if you compare it with Nifty, and if you compare it with the overall outperformance,
this is good.
So even if you put 50% in Nifty Bs and 50% in Gold Bs and continuously hold it also, you will not be able to beat it. So it has given you, a significant returns. Like these black bars are nothing but the strategies returns.
Okay.
And these blue bars are the 50-50 buy and hold. So consistently it is able to beat the overall returns year on year basis.
Okay.
And as long as you run it, the compounding will work in your favor. So that is the best part. So with respect to this strategy, you don't need any fancy things or anything. Like all you have to do is find the ratio, apply the ratio, and check out whenever it gives you buy or sell signal.
Okay.
It is much easier to track the trend based on the ratio rather than applying it on the individual indices.
And this is logical also.
Exactly, mathematical, quantifiable. I'm not asking you to look for any visual chart patterns.
Right.
It is pure mathematical.
We are not tracking any news actually.
No news, no economic factors. Works on a pure core fundamental principles.
Right.
And you are able to see whichever is trending, and obviously whichever is trending, that is going to give you the signal.
After looking this, I think many will stop their SIP because normally mutual fund SIP gives you 15 to 18% return, 20% return per annum on a CAGR base. But if you manage your own capital with this way,
right,
you are beating almost mutual fund.
Yeah, this is for lump sum. It is good.
Right.
Like even SIP is totally different.
SIP is all different thing. But for the mutual, suppose one person is investing in mutual fund for the long term thing, the lump sum amount. So this is actually you are beating mutual fund.
Yeah, return. Right. And with the lesser drawdown also.
Right.
And that is what. So it works the moment you give for a longer duration. The compound works in your favor. So if you, for an example, if you see from 2008 to 2018, the returns was almost flat. From 2018, 19, 20 onwards, it has grown significantly up because we started compounding, reinvesting all the profits.
Correct.
So it started growing significantly. So every year, like 2020, it has given almost 46%. 21 again 26%. 23, 24%. So everything, like consider an option seller guy who's just bought this based on the strategies, and he pledges it and then trades. Like last year I could make 28% from the strategy itself. My expected returns is 30%. Yeah. So it is much easier, right?
Correct.
So on the long run, it works beautifully because of the core logic which we have told. One is turtle system rules, and the other one is Gary Antosini's dual momentum rule.
Okay.
We just try to combine it in a different mathematical way, so that that gives you a clear idea on what asset class you should invest in.
Okay, Kiruji, so this is very interesting that you invest in Nifty and gold base as per the method which you have built, the ratio chart. But then what you trade in option for other 12%, obviously आप सिर्फ 12% तो नहीं बनाते होगे.
Right.
Maybe you are making more than 12%. But what other thing you do in options? Like you have told me off the camera that you do multiple things using AI with the option selling.
Right.
But if you can share one simple logic or one simple strategy, that also will be very helpful for everyone.
Yeah, sure. See, whatever things we have done is for the passive income, which you do not need to spend so much of time in order to follow the strategy which I have shared.
Right.
For the options, what we can do is first, instead of directly going to a stock mock or algo test and try to create a strategy out of it, first let's study the market behavior, understand how a 0DTE movement will work, how on expiry days market moves.
Okay.
So this screen is something which I have built it for my internal research purpose, where I can select any 0DTE days. Like if I select go back, this is a 0DTE tracker.
Okay, 0DTE means the expiry days
chart. Yeah,
right.
Expiry days. It shows what is the straddle. Say for an example.
And what is the meaning of straddle? Because I don't know about options.
I'll explain. So straddle is nothing but at the time of market opens. Say market opened at around 22,500.
Right.
So 22,500 call and 22,500 put, both the strikes premium, you add it together, that is the straddle premium.
And I will sell both the call and put.
Correct. So at 9:16, when I check at what price it opened, it is around 251 rupees.
Correct.
We have to ignore 9:15 because we can't get the correct precise price.
Right.
So this is a 9/16th price. So by 9:16, You see, add call option and put option together, and you are seeing the price is approximately around 250. And this red dot is where the price has gone to the highest
This
level.
data we are checking, that is basically of 30th March 2026.
Correct.
Right.
Okay. And the straddle opened at 250, and eventually it went to a high price of 314.
Okay.
And then it started declining. It reached a low price of 98 rupees. And again, it spiked up somehow, but the end point is where it opened and where it closed.
Right.
Opened at 250 and closed at around 200. So 50 points of overall profits you get, 196. So approximately around 50 points of profits you make.
Right.
So likewise, if you keep observing every single straddle chart so when I clicked on previous, it moved to 24th March 2026.
Right.
The previous weekly expiry. So there again it opened at 230 and then it closed around 69.
Right.
And the high was around just 17% only it moved up, but eventually it decayed.
Right.
So once you keep studying these market behavior, it is clearly evident that most of the time the straddle decays.
Okay.
So
this is the observation.
Yeah. So the straddle decays. But if I just leave it open without any stop loss, obviously when the market trends, I might lose money.
Right.
So I have to study out of multiple these kind of scenarios, how many times the straddle from the time it has opened moved up. What is the highest point it moved? If it opens at 100, if it moves to 125 rupees, then 25% is the maximum movement it has moved. So likewise, if you keep observing every single time, you will have an answer like what is the maximum percentage
it went up.
Yeah. So for here, if you see, it is 9%. So if you keep scrolling, it has seen 98%.
Oh, this is 98%.
Yeah. So I cannot use a small stop loss. So there will be instances where it moves 55%.
Correct.
There will be instances where it moves only 7%. So there will be calm days. There will be wild days. So what you can create, now you can go to algo test or you can go to stock mark and try creating a strategy based on this observation. Create a short straddle at the market opens at 960. Use a combined premium stop loss so that if you're shorting at 100 rupees, both call option and put option together, if it moves to 130, together, both C and P together, if the premium move to 130, then I will exit both call and put. So that I don't want to take no risk. I'll just trade only once a day, only on expiry day. So this way, what happens most of the time when the market did not move beyond 30%, the straddle will decay. You will make profits. Other days when it hits, you're losing very little. So on 100 days, 70 days, it will work in your favor. The rest of the 30 days, it might hit the stop loss. When you're losing, when the stop loss is hit, you're losing a little. But other days, that is going to make up for the overall profits. So this is one kind of a simple example where you observe the market behavior first. Like for an example, in this case, it did not even spike. Like it opened at 472 and it closed at 444. So almost 400 points of profit in just one trade.
One day.
So likewise, once you observe it, you will have a different idea.
And what is the closing time of this straddle?
You close at 320 in the evening. So open at 916, close at 320.
So basically, again here you are protecting the risk. And you are allowing the profit.
Right. I am not trying to create option buying strategy. I am not trying to make 50-100% returns because my expectation, as I said, is clear. Make 30%. 18% comes passively. Remaining 12% is my expectations. And in that case, just one trade. So we have 8 expiries in a month. So even if this works and gives you a 0.25% returns, that itself is going to give you 2% returns in the end of the month. So your target will be hit. So now when you go and build model on top of this, then the expected rate of returns can be achieved.
Okay. And other than this is just one logic you had shared here. Other than this, you invest in stocks also?
Stocks, I do only SIPs, but not in stocks. I do only with respect to mutual funds, and that too only on the index funds. See, after I read one article, I stopped doing SIPs on the stocks.
Okay, what is that?
So it is all about, say, it happened in 150 years before. Okay, before even the oil was found. 150 years before, people, what they used to do is, they will go for a whale hunting. So that is the major business. Why do people go for whale hunting? Is not for the meat of the fish. They do this because from the whale they are able to extract a wax, and using that wax they can use it in the industries to burn lamps, to light oils. So back then when kerosene oil was not discovered, they were using the wax from the whale to run the industries. And everyone will go for this whale hunting. So people who were having the ships who were go for the whale hunting, the moment they capture the whale, that's it, their complete yearly profit is done. So they were the millionaires back then. People who were go and hunt the whales, they became millionaires. People who were funding the for the whale hunting, who were giving the ships, they were also making millionaires. So one whole industry was a millionaire industry.
Right.
After some 20 or 30 years, they discovered oil. The moment they discovered oil, people stopped going for whale hunting. It is no more significant
not
because you
profitable
don't need
business.
it. And everybody started digging oil, and then it became an industry standard. And people who were millionaires went bankrupt overnight because nobody started using the wax from the whale, because it doesn't make sense. The disruption will happen like that. So an industry which is topmost industry, take Kodak. Kodak camera was one of the best cameras in the world, right? But they did not were able to move to the advanced one.
Right.
Even there is one guy from Kodak, employee, who created the first digital camera. But they did not accept that because Kodak was relying on film rolls. They said, no, if we move to this digital camera, our film roll business will eventually lose money, so we can't do this. But eventually what happened? Some other company started giving this digital camera, and eventually they went bankrupt. Same with Micromax, same with Nokia. So the industry leader who's today might not be the industry leader tomorrow, no matter what. So when I do an SIP, I'm not doing for 5 years or 6 years. I'm doing it for my next generation. I just want to know, because in our parents' generation, they would have invested in land.
Correct.
In our generation, we have invested in these kind of liquid assets. So I want to pass on the wealth to my kid. So for that, I need to be really certain that the investment value will not go down. So studying the industry histories has told me that, okay, whoever is the market leader today might go bankrupt. So I might invest, but what if in case if the company is not there anymore? What if the industry is not there anymore? But one thing that I'm really certain is index funds will always be there. Economy, the overall index is nothing, but it's a trend following system, because they keep the good companies, kick out the bad companies.
Correct.
So that is the core idea behind index funds.
Okay.
So when I keep doing the SIPs on the index funds, be it Nifty Bs, be it Gold Bs, that is, I'm very confident this will be there for the next 30 years or 40 years. Even though it is giving me a minimal returns, but the returns will be there.
Right. Actually, you are not getting minimal return. you are making good return than other fund
Exactly.
manager also.
So when you make good thing for a prolonged period of time, that compounds. So that is why I stopped doing stocks SIP and started doing only index SIP.
Now one more question. This is very personal. If you want to answer, you can answer, or you can say no also. So with how much capital you started your trading or investment journey?
See, when I started trading, it was in 2008. I started with 5,000 rupees of my scholarship money, right? And that has happened like before even I went to work. And when I started working in Infosys, my salary was 15,000. And eventually, once I started learning about the markets, so whatever things that I learned, or whatever the work that I did, every single money I have started putting into the markets. Every single thing I have started putting into my strategies. And over the period, it started compounding, both the investing part and the trading part also. Now I'm currently trading with a capital of around 2.5 CR, where I pledge, like I don't trade with the cash, as you said. I will pledge that follower can know these kind of rotational strategies. And then using the margin, I trade. So currently I trade only on 0DT. I don't trade on other days.
Okay, so you don't need cash for M2M also.
M2M, I'll keep 10%.
Okay.
So M2M definitely you need it. So whatever the overall capital you have, 10% of that will be always in cash. So that you don't need to liquidate your assets. Rest of the things will be in the mutual funds, or it will be in the Gold Bs or Nifty Bs.
So from 5,000 rupees to 2.5 crore. So you have never withdraw anything from this amount?
No, see, I've only added more funds into it because see, over the period your income will also grow. So when you are making higher income from your job, you add in more funds.
Right.
So it is not that I turned 5,000 rupees into 2.5
Obviously,
crores.
you have
Yeah.
invested also.
So I've invested more and more money, which I've generated from my other incomes and put into the trading. That is how it grown. So when you keep taking out the cash for this, and if you don't allow for the capital to grow, compounding becomes much harder. Like for an example, last year I took out my profits to buy the flat. Correct. If I have run with the same capital, definitely my returns would have been significantly higher.
Right.
But there are certain moments where you can't equate it, right?
Right.
So those kind of emotional moments has to be there.
And what was your last year profit which you invest in your flat?
So that I took almost 1.5 CR. So 1.5 CR is a flat. I took almost some 80 to 90 lakhs from it. Rest I kept it in trading account.
Right.
Rest I just put it up on EMI and then went on.
That's very good. And now, since how long you are trading, full-time trading and investing?
2017 is when I quit my job. So 2017 to till date, now I'm totally into full-time.
Okay. But since like 2008, for example, you are trading. So 2008 till 2017, almost 10 years, you traded with your job only.
Right.
So why I'm asking you this question, because normally people, what they think, if you do trading for 1 year and then they stop doing job, because they think that I have learned many things and अब तो job छोड़ के मैं full time trader बन जाता हूँ.
Right.
But this is not the actually thing. I told many people that don't quit your job because you are started trading before 1 year.
Right.
Because you have not seen the proper cycle also.
Exactly.
Okay. If your job is okay, obviously nobody loves their job.
Right.
But if your job is giving you bread and butter, and if it is giving you a comfortable, stress-free life for your family, then you should work with your job, and you make your strategy like that you can do with your job also.
Exactly.
And nowadays it is very easily possible.
Right.
It is not that you cannot make money with working also. Right. So, and in 2014 there was not so many platforms, but now there are so many platforms. Yeah. You just bring your logic, you try to apply here, and you just do it. And to make more money, you need money also.
Exactly.
So you have to work for that to make good capital also.
Right.
So that is the thing. And
because when you do things like when you quit your job and try to become a full-time trader, when I did, in my case, what happened is before I quit the job, I was making, at that point of time, I was making good money from trading itself. 3 times of my salary was coming from my trading for 3 months. Then it gave you huge confidence. The moment I quit the job, the next month I was getting 7,000 rupees. And the next month I was making a loss of minus 50,000 rupees.
Oh.
So then only the reality has hit you hard, because you will have many calculations in your mind. But the moment you are so used to a fixed income every month,
right,
suddenly when you are exposed to a fluctuating income, trading income, that will put you in enormous pressure. So if someone is trying to quit their job, the first and foremost thing that they have to do is do not depend on trading income at least for next 2 years. Keep a buffer income, keep some side income, or keep a buffer capital that can take care of all your expenses for 2 years. Because you should not get any pressure to pay the EMI, buy the groceries, pay the rent, EMIs. All those things will put so much of pressure. When so much of pressure is there, you will deviate from your rules.
Correct.
You will start taking the trades which you are not supposed to take. Eventually, that will put a lot of dent. So the utmost criteria is have an income which you are not dependent on trading for 2 years. That will give you a smooth sailing route. Correct. And then eventually you can jump in.
And then only you can wait to this decay for your straddle. Exactly. Otherwise you will square off at 100 point or 50 point.
Very true.
Because of the pressure. Okay, so Kirubhai, I like this very much, and actually I was expecting some complicated strategy from your side, but I found that you are very simple and very process driven person.
Right.
So I hope आप लोगों को भी ये podcast अच्छा लगा होगा. देखो, now मेरा हमेशा एक ही इंटेंशन होता है कि मैं जो ट्रेडर है या जो भी इन्वेस्टर है उनको आपके सामने लेके आऊं और उनका तरीका आपके साथ शेयर करूं. नाउ किरूभाई, इन दिस पॉडकास्ट जो आपने बताया है दैट निफ्टी गोल्ड एंड निफ्टी का और गोल्ड का जो रेशियो चार्ट, दैट इज अ टेक अवे फॉर मी. ओके, इफ दैट process is making 18 to 16% return, that is actually a very big thing.
Exactly. because this is only for two different asset class. What if in case you find such a ratio in some other stocks, two different stocks, if both are uncorrelated to each other, apply the same ratio in that and try to backtest it. What if in case that gives you 20% or 24%?
Correct.
So it is just, I just opened a path to the users. From here, people can try multiple other things,
Right.
and they can create their own different set of system.
And with this ratio chart, we can also understand that now we have to be in the market or not.
Exactly.
Right? That is also the thing. So thank you Kiru भाई, thank you very much. सर चेन्नई से आए हैं यहाँ पे स्पेशली हमारे साथ पॉडकास्ट रिकॉर्ड करने के लिए. अब पॉडकास्ट इंग्लिश में हो या हिंदी में हो, दैट डजंट मैटर. मैटर ये करता है कि भाई जो सामने पर्सन बैठा है वो आपको क्या बताने की कोशिश कर रहा है, उसकी आइडियोलॉजी क्या है, उसका लॉजिक क्या है, वो कैसे काम करता है. तो आई होप आपको ये पॉडकास्ट में समझ में आया होगा. एंड वंस अगेन थैंक यू सर आपको.
Thank you so much, Vijay. As I said earlier, whatever things that you're really doing, I know I can really feel that energy, that you are really an humble person, and you wanted to explain or convey many things to your subscriber base. So you always feel the gratitude, and I could literally see that.
And I feel that responsibility also.
Yeah,
That I
exactly.
should not take anyone else on that seat.
Right.
Because that seat is very, responsible one
Very
thing.
true, very true.
So that's why my number of podcasts are very less.
Right.
Because I try to connect with the real person, with the real genuine trader or investor. So that's it. अगर आप लोगों को आज का ये पॉडकास्ट अच्छा लगा है तो प्लीज़ आप लाइक करिए, और अगर आपका कोई फ्रेंड है जिसके साथ आप ये चीज़ शेयर करना चाहते हो तो ज़रूर शेयर करिए, और लोगों को भी बताइए कि भाई ऐसा भी चैनल है जहाँ पे ऐसा चीज़ दिखाते हैं, और जो सर का आइडिया है वो लोगों को पता चले कि क्या हो सकता है. सर आज तक मैंने ये लॉजिक को कभी ऐसे तरीके से सोचा नहीं था, बट दिस इज़ वेरी गुड थिंग.
Right. Yeah, that is what. So because we are always so used to one perspective, but when you try to mix these two things, like
Right.
turtle system is one system, dual momentum is one system, but combining it together, creating a ratio of it, and apply the rules on the ratio is something I find it very fascinating. Because this this idea comes like, for traders, most of the idea will come when you're taking a shower. That is your thinking room. When I was taking a shower, suddenly I used to think, okay, this is a nice idea.
Right.
But if I have to try this maybe 5 or 10 years before, I have to rely on a coder. Now with the help of AI, you can directly download the data from TradingView, give it to AI, instantly you get the result, right? That is what is more
And sir, one more question. I am using generally ChatGPT.
Okay.
What do you think I should shift to cloud or ChatGPT?
Yeah, see-
because there is one guy who is also using good AI.
Okay.
He told me that Vijay, please shift to cloud AI because that is
Okay.
much better. So what is your view?
See, there are 4 different AI platforms, which is for 4 different purposes. Perplexity. No, the Perplexity AI is specifically for search purposes. It replaces the Google. Now I never go to Google now and search for something.
Okay.
Instead, I use my Perplexity app for research.
Okay.
Specifically for searching something.
Okay.
Next thing is ChatGPT is your buddy. Like whatever things that you have. Say, suppose I'm repeatedly getting a headache. What should I do? So it's your chat buddy, where whatever things suddenly have certain things in your mind, go and chat it. For all trading related purposes, for all research purposes, for all analysis purposes, start using Claude. Claude is the best. Whether if you wanted to write a Pine script, it will write. You want to write a Python, it will write. The number of errors that you are going to face will be significantly lower in Claude than any other platform. Gemini AI, you can just say, for example, you wanted to watch a 1-hour podcast, but I want the summary of it in short. So now I use Gemini AI, or I use Perplexity Assistant to summarize the video, so that I'll take important learnings from that.
Okay.
So you segregate each and every AI tools for specific work, that will do wonders for you.
Okay. So thank you again. ये भी एक information हम लोगों को देने के लिए, because I am using ChatGPT and all the things. Okay. So thank you आप लोगों को भी देखने के लिए, and again अच्छा लगा है तो लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब जरूर करिए. मैं मिलूंगा आप लोगों को ऐसे ही कोई नेक्स्ट पॉडकास्ट में अगले अच्छे गेस्ट के साथ और अगली कोई अच्छी स्ट्रैटेजी के साथ. तब तक के लिए बाय बाय. थैंक यू सर.
Thank you, Vijay.